Did you know that when Revelation 12 and 20 talk about that ancient serpent, the seven-headed dragon who fights against Michael and his angels, they're not talking about the serpent from the Garden of Eden? Hey everybody, I'm Dan McClellan. I'm a scholar of the Bible and religion, and by the time of the composition of the book of Revelation toward the end of the 1st century CE, the serpent from the Garden of Eden had not yet been widely identified as Satan. Revelation 12 and 20 are actually talking about a more ancient serpent, a serpent whose defeat is associated with the most archaic creation account in all the Hebrew Bible. This is a chaos monster who must be defeated so that order can be imposed upon the raw materials of creation. This is Leviathan. There's only one part of the entire Hebrew Bible where an entity is identified as both a dragon and a serpent, at least in the ancient Greek translation, the Septuagint, which is what the author of the book of Revelation was using. And that's Isaiah 27:1, where Isaiah talks about that day when Adonai would defeat Leviathan, that twisting serpent, Leviathan, that wriggling serpent, the dragon who lives in the sea. And we know that this is likely a seven-headed dragon because Psalm 74 talks about when Adonai crushed the heads of Leviathan. And seven-headed sea serpents are a pretty common trope in ancient Southwest Asia. In fact, just last year, an article was published discussing the discovery of this inscription and iconography, which depicts a deity defeating a seven-headed serpent. And we see this in the Ugaritic literature, we see this mentioned in Phoenician literature, and Leviathan is discussed as just such a serpent in Job 41, in Isaiah 27, in Psalm 74, and elsewhere. So the author of the book of Revelation is actually appealing to imagery from their Hebrew Bible associated with Leviathan. It wouldn't be until around the middle to the end of the 2nd century CE that the serpent from the Garden of Eden would be identified with Satan, and then could also be identified with the imagery that the author of Revelation is drawing from those other passages about Leviathan. So once again, Revelation 12 and 20, in discussing this ancient serpent, the seven-headed dragon, is not talking about the serpent from the Garden of Eden. It's talking about Leviathan. And the fit for this video has been Daredevil.